On the 12th day of GEARMAS, my true love gave to me. What's up, backpackers? My name is Thor, and here on this channel we talk about all things backpacking. Gear, tips and tricks, trip videos. If any of that sounds like it has value to you, please consider subscribing to the channel and turning on that bell notification so you don't miss a video that I release every single week. Today's video is in a series called the 12 Days of GEARMAS. If you haven't checked this playlist out, I'll link it up here. Be sure to check it out. For 12 days leading up to Christmas, each day I review one piece of gear, and today is the last piece of gear. So let's get to it and see what is on my 12th day of GEARMAS. Today's gear item is something that I take on every single trip with me for peace of mind. It's really convenient and it allows me to stay in contact with my loved ones at home. Today's gear item is the GARMIN inREACH Mini. This was not a hard decision when I was looking to buy a satellite communication device. This checks off all of the boxes and is really everything that I could ask for in a communication device or safety device while I'm backpacking. I like to cover the basic specs first and then get into my opinion and a few other things. So first off, it's about 4 inches high and 2 inches wide. It fits perfectly into the shoulder pouch that I have from Hyperlight Mountain Gear, which is included in my 12 Days of GEARMAS, so be sure to check out that video. But it fits perfectly in the mesh pocket on the outside of that, so it's quick access if I need to send a message, if I get into a pinch. Weighs a tiny 3.5 ounces. This thing almost weightless, but extremely useful and important. It comes in 2 different colors. It comes in the black version that you see that I've got today, and there's also a red version. I chose the black because, as you can see, I have the Hyperlight Mountain Gear Junction 3400 pack, which is my favorite backpack, and I just like it to match, which might sound silly, but if you know, you know. It's impact resistant and water resistant, rated at IPX7. This uses the Iridium network of satellites in order to connect you while you're in the backcountry. The battery will last up to 90 hours if you're using all the regular functions. It will last up to 24 days on the power save mode. So if you don't need it, you're not sending texts, you're not pulling weather reports, you're not using the full functionality of it, you can put it in power save mode and it will last for longer than 3 weeks. All right guys, so really quick, I want to talk about the different buttons that are on here that go along with the functions. On this side, you're going to see an up and a down arrow, which allows you to navigate through the on-screen menu. Here, there's a door that opens, is where the micro USB goes in order to charge it. On the top, you have your power button. And on this side, you have the SOS, the back function, and the select or OK function. It's super user-friendly and goes really well with the Earthmate app. When using those two in conjunction, it's really smooth. So let's talk about some of the functions of this that make it an irreplaceable, valuable piece of gear for my gear loadout. First and foremost, two-way messaging, which means when I'm in the backcountry on trail, I can be staying in communication with my loved ones at home. Being able to text my wife and let her know that everything's okay, or in the case of my fish hook in the eye fiasco that happened on my trip up to the Uintas this summer, I can let her know that things aren't okay. But either way, I'm staying in communication with those at home. SOS function. There's this hard closing door, this little latch right here, that allows you to get in and find a button. Hold that button down and it will contact your local search and rescue, send them your coordinates, and you can message with them back and forth, letting them know updates, if your location changes by chance, or if you need to cancel. You can do that all through this. Another feature of this is being able to pull weather reports. While you're out on trail, it's really important to know what's coming as far as weather. So being able to pull weather and know exact to the hour what it's forecasted is really important in staying safe while backpacking. Location and tracking services. Being through GARMIN, you can send your tracking status to your loved ones at home, to people that you know or trust, so that they know where you are at all times. So if something happens, you're expected to be home on Sunday, Monday rolls around, you're not there, they know that there's a way that they can track you and find out if you're still on trail, or maybe you came home and just didn't tell them. But either way, you can be tracked or send your location in emergencies or just in cases for convenience. Another huge plus that this has is the app that you can download called the Earthmate App through GARMIN. This app allows you to send messages directly from your phone, allows you to do live track where it tells you your elevation, your speed that you're walking, your exact location coordinates. So if you find something cool on trail and you want to drop a pin, you can mark a waypoint on there so that you can come back to it the next time. Using the Earthmate app in partner with this allows me to text from my phone, so I can directly send text messages from the keyboard on my iPhone, but there is an option on here to manually type out text messages if needed. There are also a certain amount of allotted preset text messages that don't cost anything to send when you have a subscription. Speaking of subscriptions, there are different packages through Garmin that you can go check out. Personally, I just do the no contract month to month, so when I know that I'm going out on a trip, I pay for the month and I'm good to go. Alright guys, so that wraps up my final piece of gear on the 12 Days of GEARMAS. This piece of gear is an investment, but for me, having a wife and kids at home and people that depend on me, it's really important that I can stay in contact with them in case of emergency. And that SOS function on the side is something that just gives me peace of mind. And that SOS function is peace of mind that can't be bought. It really is an awesome piece of gear that you should consider for your gear loadout. Well, thank you so much for clicking on that video. Be sure to check out all my other videos on my channel, including the 12 Days of GEARMAS playlist. Look for new videos every single week. Drop a comment below and let me know what you'd like to see on some future videos. Backpackers, happy holidays, Merry Christmas. I hope you have an amazing holiday season. It really is an amazing time of year to show the ones that you love most that you care. And what better way than buying them backpacking stuff? Just kidding. You know what, everybody? Spend time with your family and your loved ones. Be kind to everyone around you. And backpackers, thanks for stopping by.